Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. So we're starting to get oil set up, but I am liking the direction this is going. There are a few problems. We're not properly consuming enough coke, which means that this what is this called? This is coal cracking gasification is not being able to proceed at the speed I want it to. That's a problem. But these processes are working. One issue is we're a bit low on supply. I want to go back, get some more stone pipes, get some more landfill. So let's do that. Also, we really do need to get circuits automated so we can start excuse me. So we can start getting rid of all this tin that we got piled up. Yeah, I think when we do the next tier of metallurgy, when we get everything that green and everything that blue and is this the right place? Yeah, this is the right place. Once we get everything that blue and gray science can give us, and maybe gold. I don't know. I'm not sure how gold works exactly, but where am I going? At some point, we'll switch over to using... wow, so I was trying to say something and it's completely gone from my mind. The next tier of metallurgy, we'll set it up so that instead of doing this complicated ore sorting, we'll do, we'll force things. So, like, crystal. Yeah, when we get crystals, we can use crystals in different combinations to get, like, all of one type of ore. Like, that's how you get all the titanium ore, so it's not as complicated. You have to use the mineral catalyst, but... like combining the crystals in different combinations. What about the purified? That's a little different. Purified does need to be sorted this way. Interesting. But that's another way of getting titanium. Oh well, that's somewhat off. That's somewhat far off. For now, we were going to resupply, and I want a ton of... I don't like these bronze pipes. I want only brass pipes. I'll only use the brass pipes when I need the underground length. I'd much rather use stone. So let's just get a bunch of that going. And ideally some landfill. This should be going hard. I mean, all we're using slag for now is converting it into landfill and making mineralized water when needed. With that as the priority, of course. But these should be going pretty fully non-stop. Though it looks like this is a bit undersupplied. That's not a problem. We finally caught up on coal, and now it's not yet starting to backfill hard yet. It's still filling up the machines instead of backfilling into the green. But yeah, now these belts are fully saturated, and we have no more power problems. Well, for now, during the day, at the end of the day. With a lot of our factory turned off, essentially. Okay, let's get some more. These. A few more of these. Alright. Still nothing to do here yet. We should make sure we have enough of the different things we're going to need. We can make a bunch of advanced chemical plants and steam crackers. We're gonna need more of them. So let's just get those going. Steel piping, right? I think we have some being automated up here. I don't think I need gas refining or oil and gas separators yet. But I'm not entirely sure. What's keeping me from getting these? Iron. Okay. Anything I want to grab from here? Not really. Should get some copper and you know, let's fix this. We're gonna need a lot more copper than we have. Actually, this isn't fixing anything at all, but it will at least make things more balanced. What we really need to do is get the copper over here from our new base. But oh well. Okay, I think we're good to go back. Need more landfill? Nah, just a small amount. You are out. Let's fix that. Alright. We needed iron to do something. What was that something? Still want to look at that cooling tower at some point to figure out how that works. Ah, liquefiers. Right. Let's grab a bunch of those. Alright. Let's head back. Actually, let's grab some of this. Why is this not going? Because coal is backed up. Okay, let's change this up. It's a little lazy, but that's okay. What am I looking for? I'm looking for this. I don't have any. Are there any in my car? Where is my car? Up there. I can't see it. It's gonna be a little tricky snaking it through, but we can make it work. Where'd those go? There. this might have been a bad idea. Alright. Actually, no, let's move this a little. Oh, we're out of blues. Okay, now we need to get some of this in here. Not very well. Probably we should have set this up this way just in the beginning. We never actually use the extra byproducts. They're just sitting in chests, wasting space. Alright. Okay. Car. I don't like the look of this place when the belt's starting to go thin and they come back on. There's probably a more elegant way to do that. We could have made it so that each belt was replaced by another belt rather than growing thin and then coming back. Something like that. Alright. I don't have any stone pipes. I have stone pipes. No, those are steel pipes. Ah. Okay. I should have grabbed more of these. It's one of the few things I can't... Well, I suppose I am making it. Well, I can from there. Okay. I would like some more of these so that we can have a full line of the reds. Let's make a few more. We're gonna need a bunch more when we do the other one because this is only the red green or the red ones. We need to do green ones too. Okay, but let's just take stock. So let me get my thing out. Okay, so we have done. We have the coal. We've made natural gas. Okay, wait. We are producing naphtha or propane. What if I should just highlight all these in turn as we do them? There. We did naphtha to propane. We've done coal to natural gas. those the same color? Yeah. We did coal to methane, I believe. Let's just be careful. So this is coal to methane and benzene. Okay, and we've done also have coal to naphtha, natural gas liquid, and mineral oil. And hydrogen sulfide, we did that one. Oh, I highlighted this one, we hadn't actually done it so far. Oh well, but we have done it. So we're not making synthesis oil yet? No, that's this one. Synthesis oil and more hydrogen sulfide. And CO2. I wonder if that's a more efficient way to make CO2. Oh, no, it's not. We can get CO2 much easier than that. Just by dropping in a coal. The virtue here is we get this, it does the it gets the sulfur. Okay, ignore that. Okay, that's these machines and those machines. Then these are doing the naphtha to propane. Yeah. Okay, so there's still a lot to do. Well, I kind of want both sources of propane before I let like a lot of it become propane. I want it to be filled from both sides. Although we're gonna use propane for other. We're gonna use methane and methanol for other things. So maybe I should prefer it from naphtha. Anyway, let's turn natural gas into these things. What is it? It's turning into ethane. That's it. So natural gas liquids in a gas refinery or an advanced gas refinery becomes methane, ethane, and butane. What are these different things? Gas refinery. There it is. And apparently I don't have the advanced one available yet. I don't know about ratios. I don't really care. Let's do 4. It seems to be the common number we're using. Well, this is only 2. Maybe we should only do 2. Does this need steam also? No, just the gas. But what else needs steam? Oh no, we can figure that out later. Okay. Oh, I already had some of them. Oh well. Where are they coming out of? They're coming out of here. So it's the green, it's the one of these the middle ones. Yeah. So like this, maybe? Can't see things through the building. It's a little annoying. I'll assume it's working. Yeah, it's all twisty still. The stuff is sloshing around in the smaller pipes. I kind of don't like that. We might replace all our pipes just so we can get rid of that effect, because it makes the little viewing port all weird looking. And these all look the exact same, except for they have a different little icon on the top left, which is great for seeing at a distance. What pattern are we using? We're not using the same pattern. I'll do like this. I could be trying to make little efficiencies with robots, like just do it once, but it's just so much easier to do it like this, rather than having to babysit the robots. It's a little slower, perhaps, but it's easier for me. Okay. And which of those do we already have? Okay, so we are doing... Ethane is new. Methane we already had, so we should combine those two. Butane is also new. Okay, where's our methane? It is right there. Methane gas. Sure, let's just have a little space right here. This space will be for vertical pipes. Not the hydrogen sulfide. Hydrogen sulfide's handled. We don't need to do that. But for these two, we could use some more room. Okay, and these are going to end up going down this way. What's this one? This is the benzene, which we can get from one of those products, but haven't figured out what to connect it to. That's the methane. And it's 2 over, or 1 over. That's the methane. There we go. The two sources of methane now combined. Okay, so now we have a bunch of ethane, and the only point of having ethane is to convert it into ethylene. So let's do that. Ethylene. Which produces residual gas, too. I hadn't thought about that. We'll need to deal with the residual gas everywhere. I need steam, so... Okay. And we got... Okay, this is coming at 60 every 4 seconds, or 4 units, really. We get it at 30 every 6 units. Why does it have to not be equal? Maybe there's a different speed? This is speed 1.5. This is happening in a gas refinery, like this. Let's just really quick. Let's work this out. Okay. So we are getting we're getting 30 at every, okay, we're getting 30 every 6 divided by 1.5 seconds. Ethane per second. And then we're going to consume that. Or actually, wait a minute. We have 4 of these. So let's multiply that by 4. Equals 4 times that. If it were ever kept up to the full whatever. So I want to deal with 30 ethane per second. We deal with ethane in at 60 per second in a steam cracker, which is speed 1, so that's convenient. Okay, so it's 60 per 4 per machine. So we'll need 2 of them. That ratio actually works out really nicely. Maybe this guy who did this actually knew what he was thinking about. It just looks terrible, and when you try to figure it out looking at the different recipes, but when you combine it with the building speeds, it all kind of comes together. So 2 of these steam crackers. How can I only make 2 of these now? Because I turned all my stone into pipes. Well, we have some already, right? Yeah, 7. No, I need 2. Best way to put this. We need steam too, so I could put it under. We're kind of running out of space, but I think it's okay. Well, I'd rather go sideways and not leave some space. Well, we kind of already didn't leave much space above our bus, but I'd rather go sideways anyway. We'll just have to go. We'll have to make some space. Maybe go on the other side of here. Okay, so this is turning. This is. We need to do that also, but we can wait for that. We are cracking methane. No, we're not. We're cracking ethane into ethylene using steam. These are upside down. And that's completely new output, right? It's not one of these 3. Okay, so we pulled the ethane over this way. We'll want to take a quick little stop here. Alright. Okay, so it's not reading in the ethane. It is ethane, right? No, it's benzene. We did it wrong. That's ethane. That's benzene. Okay. We do not want to connect these 2. This is an entirely new thing. Um, which one is it? This. There we go. Though apparently I don't have very much ethane. I suppose I could be going for the next tier of power poles. Yeah, I really had intended to like spend some time just building a little area that builds things like inserters and that kind of thing. But then I said it would be sure more convenient to have the what am I saying? The circuitry already available at that point. And then it would sure be easier to have our oil done before we get to do the circuitry. And it all just kind of went wrong. Anyway. Need to put those away at some point. Okay, ethane into ethylene. Okay, we have benzene already, but I don't really want to crack the methane into benzene. I'm gonna need both methane and benzene for stuff. I think I'd much rather prefer to turn it into methanol and then propane. So we'll turn the butane into benzene, but otherwise we'll skip this until it turns out we need it. I'm thinking like when you suddenly have too much light oil or something. So butane is here. What's butadiene? That's that, which is part rubber. Okay. So it needs steam. Everything needs steam. Interesting. It's all steam cracking. Maybe we will actually be able to use up all our all of the coke from producing steam. Though I don't know. So butane, 60 butane becomes 80 benzene. And I'm just gonna trust that the ratios kind of work out. I'll just make 2 of them. And we haven't dealt with the residual gas yet. That's still a problem. Anyway, it's more steam crackers, so we should clear this. Let's get rid of that. So we can have room to grow. Don't kill me. Do I have fish? Just one. That is the wrong thing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm just gonna let those die, otherwise I'm gonna die. Yeah, for some reason I just couldn't load it in right, and now that used up all of our ammo, didn't it? Well. That was a goof. We still have some basic... Where is it? No, we don't. We use it up. But we can make some more, basically. Certainly we can just grab some copper. I hate to let it heal. It's 3 big ones, right? Yeah. Hmm. Okay, we got the 1. We'll wait for the we'll wait for more piercing rounds to get the others. Yeah, I hate making a big mistake like that. Anyway. See, the thing I'm worried about is that the whole bouncing around is causing us to waste hydrogen, because it occasionally is allowed to flare up. Let's replace these pipes. It was always a bad idea to do it this way. I just did it because I was lazy. Not because there's any good reason to. I don't want to have to run back to the base just to get some pipes. Oh, that's not going to work anymore, is it? Okay, fine. We'll leave them like this. But now they'll have a right around 80. That's fine. That seems more acceptable to me. We'll put more of it as where we can. We'll make it stone so that it's less variable. Okay, that seems better. I like that. And this is actually producing a solid amount of landfill, because we're running it non-stop, and all it's doing is turning this. Well, I don't know. I thought this would be less efficient than back home. So maybe back home we're doing really well with landfill. Anyway, let's go kill those dudes. Not quite close enough to hit them conveniently. But now that's just to 1, this is no problem. Don't hit me. Hit this thing. No. Hit this thing. There you go. At some point, we're gonna need to close this huge gap below us, but that can wait till a bit later. I want to get this going first, and no, we're gonna need it because this is on the bus. We might leave like a strip or something. Nah, that'd be stupid. Okay, so we're still not dealing with the ethylene or the residual gas, but I want to see where everywhere else is going to be that needs residual gas first. So, we're gonna turn. We are turning butane into benzene because butane has no other use. All you do with it is turn it into benzene. You can get benzene from other things too, but it's just like you want to prefer getting it from natural gas liquid than coal, because coal is expensive. It takes a lot of what's it called? It takes quite a bit of algae to get the coal you need. Okay, now the butane, which is, that's ethane, there. This is getting so messy. But that's okay, that's okay. Oil is always messy until you know how to do it. And this is still very much experimental. We're not getting the... Alright. This isn't getting... Yeah, it is. It's just not getting it fast enough. And we're producing benzene, which we already have, right? It's that. So let's hook those up. Maybe further out. That's butane. Benzene is there. Alright. And I should be doing things like like forcing it to be from this side first. Is there an easy way to do that? Use a pump that only lets it in if this is less than a certain thing? Meh. Too lazy at the moment. Is that hooked up? That's hooked up, yeah. Okay, so we just did butane to benzene. Okay, let's do ethylene to ethylbenzene. So butane becomes benzene, becomes ethylbenzene, right? Yeah. Which needs hydrofluoric acid. Where do we get that? From fluorite and sulfuric acid. Oh, I don't want to bother with that right now. Or from acid gas, which comes from raw gas, which comes from natural gas, which comes from nothing. This doesn't have a science associated with it, so I think maybe it just doesn't exist in the world anymore. Whereas this, same thing. This is not available. Don't show unattainable. That's stupid. There, that was only 2. And I can only get it from using fluorite and sulfuric acid. And calcium, and it produces calcium sulfate. What do I use that for? Way of getting sulfur dioxide gas, apparently. Why would I want to do that? I mean, we're going to be producing ridiculous amounts of sulfur. That's one of the issues, is that all the coal cleaning we have to do gives us this ridiculous sulfur. So, I'm going to ignore that. It will have calcium sulfate that we will eventually just destroy. It will stack up for a while, and then we'll shoot the chest or something. We don't have a way of making fluorite ore at the moment. We could feed some in manually. Oh, this whole process is annoying. Let's just skip this. We don't need ethylbenzene at the moment. We'll deal with it later. Okay, so we're skipping this. So we won't have rubber for a while. What do we need rubber for anyway? Rubber's for insulated wire, which is part of beacons, poles, substations, and this, which is part of purple science, which is not in our immediate future. I'm looking for blue science. So I'm happy just to skip that. So unattainable for a moment. But we should do stuff with methane. I think I want to turn methane into methanol because we'll need it. We'll need to use it for stuff. So methane to methanol. There it is. So 60 to methanol gas and residual gas. Eventually we're going to use residual gas in the future to, well, we could turn it into, well, no, we need to use it with base mineral oil to get lubricant. That's not on our thing. We're just saying mineral oil is an end in itself. And eventually we'll be able to get, this is like a, we'll be using residual gas to do advanced oil stuff, which gives us this new thing. Toluene? Toluene? Which is part of making explosives. Well, what else do we do is use residual gas for? This lubricant so far. Petroleum jelly, which we need for cordite. And that's just for attacking things, which I don't ever do. So ignore that. Wait a minute, we were looking at something else. We're gonna need methane to do lots of things. It gets combined with a ton of things. We were looking at residual gas. Residual gas eventually becomes synthesis gas, which we use to produce whatever gas we want. So we should just store a ton of synthesis gas, or a ton of residual gas, because we don't have other use for it at the moment. Alright, what do we need to make the lubricant? Base mineral oil. What else does base mineral oil do? Coolant, polishing, lube, and synthesis gas. Okay, that's we'll deal with that in the future. Okay, so the end result of all that looking around is we need to do methane to methanol, and then I think we'll be done. We just need to store stuff while we wait for technology to give us a reason to have it. Well, we should do methanol and propane too. So methane to methanol. Methane is right here. This is gas cracking. For some reason we always place those upside down. Because we put these upside down, I suppose. And we grab the recipe from that. Why did we do the recipe? Why did we do this upside down? Because this propane actually going anywhere? I don't think it is. This gets spit out. Well, let's keep it in mind. Ah, that's a brass. Let's turn it all back into stone. Okay. So this needs methane gas, which is right there. Steam's up there, but we can just pull it around this way too. All right. Okay, methanol gas we need to store. Let's start thinking about how we're going to connect this onto our bus. This is always the most exciting part of my videos. Walking very slowly in one direction and the next generation. To a series of loud thumping noises. Alright. We're actually a little low on stone pipes. Move. Oh, we're out of those. Well, we can make more. stone. There. That needs bricks. For the pipes, please. All right. This is actually getting backed up. Maybe just do a low, slow one that way. We just want to prefer this way. Anyway. Yeah, we haven't solved our coke problem either. Because this is, we're not seeming to need as much coke as we're producing. So we'll have to wind that back onto our bus down here. We have a check valve, right? Alright. So let this through if steam is greater than 500. Steam. Where is the coke on this? Are we gonna need it for anything else? Let me think about this for a second. What else is coke used for? Solid fuel, combined with methane gas. Or processing. Coke pellets, which we don't know what the use of those are. No, it looks like it's really just about the high tier processing of these things. We're not gonna need coke after we've done the processing, so we kind of don't want to throw it back onto the thing. I hate to just burn it. I mean, we could always turn to solid fuel. We're gonna need a lot of solid fuel at some point, right? Apparently there's no use for solid fuel. How do we make a rocket fuel then? Rocket fuel is... It's hydrazine. That makes sense. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back to this Coke. So we could use methane to turn it in, but methane's good. I need methane. I really hate to waste naphtha. I mean, we're wasting coal to turn it into Coke to generate naphtha also. We could always turn it into more carbon. Well, damn, I don't know what to do with all this Coke we're gonna be getting. Let's just store it for a while. We can always figure out a more long-term solution later. This might actually be having trouble with oversaturating this belt. Having all four of these going at the same time. Okay, but benzene is gonna all be... Wait, what are we doing with benzene? We're doing nothing at the moment. Benzene's an end state. And we need benzene for stuff, right? Yeah, we eventually will use it to make phenol and acetone. What are those for? Well, they're made from... Well, they should be part of our oil rig eventually. But they're used for bisphosphonates and plastic. And bisphosphonates A is resin. So is this a quicker way to get to resin? Really? I thought we already had a way to get to resin. Using urea and formaldehyde. Yeah. There's this whole gas world I haven't dealt with. This is just oil. But like melamine. Where do we get that? It's from urea. Urea is from ammonia and CO2 and all sorts of things. Okay. Well, we made some progress, and we're having some trouble figuring out exactly how we're going to make this work, but I'm feeling a lot more confident now than I was a couple hours ago. So, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. Thank you.